It was the morning of her wedding. The young girl hadn't slept all night. A stone-like pain sat heavy in her stomach, and a wave of shame had risen all the way to her throat. Her hair had been carefully braided by her mother, and the embroidered wedding dress had been slipped onto her trembling frame. Guests whispered about how beautiful she looked, but all she could hear were the footsteps outside her door. When the door creaked open, 3 women stepped inside. One was the groom's mother. The others were respected elder women of the village. Their faces were devoid of smiles of mercy. In their hands were cold cloths. Their eyes told her everything. She tried to stand, but her legs felt hollow. One of the women whispered, "Take it off." The moment had come. In countless rural villages of medieval France and Germany, this scene played out again and again. Before a girl could marry, she had to be examined to prove she was a virgin. Her virginity wasn't just a personal matter. It was the honor of her family. The reputation of the groom, the pride of the village. She had to undress. Her body, her fear, her shame, all exposed. The women would inspect her genitals, probing to check for the presence of the hymen. "Tight or loose," they'd mutter. They weren't doctors. They weren't healers. They were the jury, and she was on trial. If they declared her not intact, the wedding was canceled. The groom's family felt insulted. The girl's family was disgraced. The young bride could be cast out, sent to a convent, hidden in shame. Some fled their villages. Some were driven to rivers. Some just disappeared into silence. The cruelest part? The so-called test had no medical basis. Ignorant hands passed final judgment on something they did not understand, and that judgment could not be undone. In some regions, the church was directly involved. Nuns would conduct moral inspections, claiming to read both the body and the soul. A girl had to be not just untouched, but spiritually pure. No one asked the boys. Their pasts were excused, forgiven, forgotten. But a girl, one touch, one rumor, one misstep was enough to shatter her future. This was no examination. It was a public sentence. A moment where a young girl was stripped of all power, all safety, all dignity. And for those who failed, life itself often ended right there. Because in those days, if the hymen was broken, so was her life.